incorporated to complete the effect.
All very cool stuff. So we've shown you 2 examples of practical effects, models and the glass man.
And there's also a category of practical effects that involves performers and not just props. Practical stunts!
Did someone say stunts?
Please welcome our special effects show stunt department!
Yeah! Woo, I like that, Susan. Chris came flying in over there. Justin was zipping in over there. How come you and I didn't get a fancy entrance like them?
Because we're wearing nice clothes. You may not know their faces, but you have seen their work in countless television and movie projects, sometimes as stunt doubles for some of your favorite stars. We have Chris Giacomazzi here, Cayman Casey, and our stunt coordinator, Justin Chambers. Welcome, gentlemen. Justin?
Susan?
Is it safe to say that stunt performers almost always double for actors when there's a fight scene?
Yeah, absolutely. Actors don't like getting kicked in the face.
Kicked in the face?
Like this.
Oh. Is he okay? Well, yes, he is. All right, you guys, to get set up. When staging a fight, the art of illusion is very important. All of the moves have to be realistic enough to fool the camera, but without getting anybody injured. So the performers have to make it look believable. Now let me set our scene. Exterior, dark alley, dead of night. A couple nefarious characters are hanging around. Ready, and action!
Hey man, you got $1? Come on. Get him. Give me that wallet, man. Come on, buddy. Yeah, man.
This isn't the type of thing any of our friends out there should try at home, right?
That is correct.
Great job, guys. Don't worry, they'll be back. Did you notice the sound effects in that last scene?
Yes.
All those dynamic punches and dumpster hits. What do we call those added sounds?
Foley! Now you probably heard the term Foley before. It's the process of adding sounds to films after they've been shot. But how familiar are you with its origins? Jack Foley, he wore many hats. He was a writer, he was a director, he was even a stunt double. But it's when he began producing sound effects for Universal Studios in the early 20s that he truly began to make a name for himself. For over 30 years, he worked on live Soundstage 10. And if he couldn't recreate sound on stage, then he would go out and get it live. In fact, he invented a technique called direct-to-picture, in which he would add sound effects to finished films all in one take. And he had to be completely in sync with the action on the screen, because even one mistake meant he had to start all over again. And to help us imagine what that must have been like, please welcome our first volunteers!
The Malay family from Freya!
Oh yeah! Thank you so much for helping us out, guys. Now they are going to demonstrate how these ordinary items can be repurposed to sound like something completely different than what you guys might think. For example, this water bottle could be used to articulate the sound of bones breaking. Check it out. Pretty cool, right? And your kids can try that at home because parents love it when children pretend to break their bones. Take a look at your side screens. We're going to show you a split screen. On one side, you're going to see the hit comedy Identity Thief with Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy. On the other side, you're going to see Universal's Foley artists hard at work.
Now I have a plan.
Oh yeah, that That looks easy, right? We'll find out. That's a clip that they're going to Foley. But first, let's talk about the tools that we have up here on stage. For Maya, she's got a crash box. It's a wooden box that's going to make the sound of crashes. She also has some sneakers. Those will sound like running. For Anaya, she's got 2 reams of paper and a cutting board. Those will sound like bodies are hitting the ground. For Dad, he's got 2 boxing gloves. Those will sound like the punch in the throat and the slaps on the face. Then for Mom, she's got a cowbell. This will be used for the moment where the panini maker hits Melissa McCarthy in the back of the shoulder. And then this is where we get crazy. Really use your imaginations here, because these handcuffs are going to sound like handcuffs. Give that to you. Are you guys ready to do this? You'll be watching this monitor over here. Make sure Mom can see that. All right, that good for you guys? Awesome. If you guys are ready up in the booth, let's roll sound, speed, and action. Nice! Give her a round of applause! Well done, guys! That was neat! That was good. I think we got almost every single sound effect in there. I really enjoyed Dad on the boxing gloves. He was so happy. It looked like he was dancing at a wedding. Guys, stand along this line right here. Now, you probably noticed that the clips seem kind of empty. Well, now we're going to put in their sound effects, and we're going to hear how they did. Take a look and listen.
Get over here and give me your wrists.
Nice.
Now I have a plan.
Alright. Nice.
You like that? You like that?
Good! And now for the big finish! Nailed it! Give her a applause! Excellent work.
Well done. Thank you so much. While Universal has made great films in every genre, the studio really made a mark over the years, creating some of the industry's most terrifying thriller and horror films. Let's take a peek. Created through the use of very special horror effects. Emerging from the shadows just behind me are the stars of our horror family, some of the classic Universal monsters. We have the cats of Dracula, Chucky and his bride, Michael Myers, Imhotep from The Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, and Mother Bates, the perfect setting for our next demonstration.
That's right, joining us all the way from California, it's her birthday. Everyone say happy birthday, Amanda!
Happy birthday, Amanda! Amanda was picked for her very impressive scream. So, let's say that you were face to face with Norman Bates. Let's all hear how you would scream!
Yeah! Wow. Guy doing jazz hands.
As you saw in that fight earlier, stunt performers have to have a very high pain threshold. So my question is, do you?
Well, do you?
Because this next demonstration involves movie blood. Does anyone know what Alfred Hitchcock used for movie blood in the original set?
Anybody say that?
Ketchup!
That's right, chocolate. You win.
Chocolate?
Knowledge. That's right, chocolate syrup, because Psycho was a black and white film, so it didn't matter what color the blood was back then. But nowadays, movie blood has to be much more realistic.
Thank you for giving us a hand.
Literally! Now, at this point in the show, I need to remind the kids, please do not try this at home.
Try it at a friend's house. All right, Inch, put your right hand out of the table.
Well, that's a good
palm
one
up.
right
Yeah,
there.
all right, hold it still. Ready? And
Yes! What are you doing?
What?
We're not really going to use some machete on Amanda, and it's her birthday.
I know. Amanda, I'm totally kidding.
Okay.
I'm not going to use a machete.
No.
I have a sharper knife. Take a look at the side screens, everyone. Scream on 3, Amanda. 1, 2, 3! She's okay. This is a classic cinematic horror technique, a Hollywood blood knife. Take a look. This is a false blade with a cutout for her arm that comes out of the handle like that. Meanwhile, I'm squeezing movie blood from this bulb back here so that it comes out of a tube right where that notch is. But this only works with a fantastic volunteer. Give it up for Amanda.
Amanda, you can great so far. You're not great though. I got some blood on my pants. Why don't I give you her phone? I'll be right back, all right?
You can come with me right this way. I promised you a photo, right? So we've got your camera set up. Let me pose you with our classic Universal monsters. Your spotlight is right down here. You can stand it. And on 3, let's hear that awesome scream one more time, Amanda. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So she said, no, right this way, Amanda. Michael, you go, oh, Michael Myers. You should have seen your face, Amanda. We can, take a look. Look at her, she's laughing with Michael Myers. Give it up for Amanda one more time. Uh-oh. Well, nope. Oh, Michael. So far, we've shown you practical effects. Now we're going to switch to visual effects, which are done in a computer, specifically motion capture. So to help me demonstrate mocap, welcome back my co-host, Eric!
For those of you far away, I apologize. And for those of you nearby, you are welcome. Ladies! Calm down, sir.
Let's activate our perimeter sensors now. The dots on his suit reflect light to our sensors, which then goes into our computer and captures all of their locations. So, if you're set,
Yeah, let's do it.
let's see the capture on our screens down here. Now the computer connects the dots on his suit and creates the digital skeleton that you see. You can start with a T-pose.
T-pose. Cool.
That's perfect. We always start with the T-pose to mark the beginning of each take. That way it's easier for us to go back. Eric!
Saw that?
Yeah!
Ha! Gross.
Next, take your left hand, touch the tip of your nose. Good, now your right hand. And let's do both arms one more time. We start with some simple movements so that we can calibrate our system. And you can relax your arms. Next, we do full body movements. Start with jumping jacks. Great, in a little bit you can just jog in place.
Sounds good.
So digital animators will start with this skeleton, then they can change the aspect ratio. Add a wire frame on top. And finally they can add skins. Using this technology we can turn Eric and his movements into anything that we want. So, Eric, we've turned you into a cuddly, friendly teddy bear.
Teddy bear. Hello.
Aw, but you're not just any teddy bear. You're the star of Universal's Ted.
Aw, sweet.
Wait outside a nightclub.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah. Oh, that came from Massachusetts. Check this out. How about a little bit of that?
Oh.
How about a little something for the ladies? What yeah.
You have channeled the inner Ted. Hey Ted, what do you think of the show so far?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind the scenes thing that you wouldn't know.
Somebody said.
Thunder Buddies for life.
Let's hear for Ted and Eric. Fun fact, Seth MacFarlane had a modified mocap suit made by Phil Tippett Studios so that he could act and direct at the same time. Let's take a look at the genius behind Ted.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way and to use technology in a way that it really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
As far as technology has come with CGI and visual effects, some things just look better when they're real. Like fire! Let's take a look at fire stunts in some Universal films. the most exciting and dangerous aspects of filmmaking is undoubtedly a fire stunt. And we're gonna bring back out our top-notch stunt department to show you how they execute a live fire burn. Chris in the center is the performer we will be setting on fire. We have our coordinator, Justin and Cayman, acting as our safeties. If you look at Chris's face, you may be wondering, is he so nervous that he is sweating profusely? That is protective fire gel that he's got on all of his exposed skin areas. You may know what it's like if you miss a spot with sunscreen. Imagine if you missed a spot while on fire. Before we fuel, we check our equipment in case of a premature ignition.
Hey, Susan, ready to fuel.
Copy that.
Chris, you ready? Cameron, you set? Fueling.
At the completion of the shot, Chris will make his way to this fire blanket where he will be extinguished. At that point, we're looking for a thumbs up that he is okay. If Chris gives us a thumbs down, that is an alert to get our medical team involved. Now, these are trained professionals using very special equipment. This is not the type of thing anyone should ever think about trying on their own. Chris is going to burn for 8 to 10 seconds. So I will leave it to our booth to set the lights in the house for the shot. We'll set our clock to 0. Everyone, please remain in your seats for the duration of the stunt. Whenever you're ready, Justin.
Thank you, Susan. Hey, Cameron, you ready over there? Ready. Chris, ready to burn?
Ready and action!
Ready. You lit.
10 seconds. 13.
You're up.
He is okay! For almost 17 seconds! Keeping our bar stunt coordinator, Justin Chambers, our safety, Cayman Casey, and then we set on fire, Chris Stefanazzi! Well, it is certainly hard to top that, but we're going to try it with our final demonstration to create a scene that is truly out of this world. With the help of our final volunteers, Alex and Liddy. Come on up. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. Originally from China, right? Now living here in California. Alex, obviously you're playing an astronaut in our scene. Do you have any fear of heights? Say no. No? Great. Okay. Alex, I'm going to hand you to our coordinator, Justin. He's going to put your helmet on you. You can go right to him. And Liddy, you come with me. You can stand on this mark that we have right down here. Now, boy, do I have a surprise for you. Coming in is our Fisher flying rig. It's a very sophisticated computer-controlled cable system that creates the illusion of flight. That sounds complicated. Don't worry. There's an app for that. Okay? So I will show everyone how it works. We're going to use this to move Alex up and down, and the grid's gonna move him wherever you want, as fast as you want. Oh, she's excited. Perfect. So let me reset it for you, and it's now enabled. So I will tell you what to do the whole time, okay? You and Alex, are you dating? You are. How long have you been together? 6 years, congratulations! For the first time in 6 years, you get to be in charge of the remote control. You're welcome. So, Alex, yeah, we're gonna have you sit. This is where we test the weight on the wires, just making sure everything's clipped in safely, all right? And he's all set. So, Alex, do you have any final words for your girlfriend? He said he loves you very much. Oh, and he said he wants to take you shoe shopping in Beverly Hills tomorrow. Alex! What? Oh, money is no object. Oh, you said it. Okay. Let's get our backlit up. We're going to use rear projection. So let's take him up. You can press this right here, bring him halfway up. You can stop right there. That is good. Oh. Alex, you're off the ground now. Don't touch those wires, Alex. You don't want to pull them out, right? Right? Okay, can you get your shoulders back? Can you hear yourself all the way up, right, Alex? Chin up, Alex. Start there. Just bring your chin up, and then just keep going. Keep going all the way up, Alex. You're getting there. Shoulders back. All the way. That's it. You're dating him. So let's drive forward, press the square here, drag it right into the square. That's perfect, right there. Now, Alex, wave at the screen. Wave, Alex. Let's try it again. Take him back to this first square to reset him. Alex, let's try this again. Don't touch those wires. Just get those shoulders back, just like you did. Just like you did. That's it. You look great. You can take him a little higher over here, so we can have a little fun. Let's see how the relationship is going. Okay, that's too much fun. That's too high, Liddy. Let's bring him down, back to where he was, okay? All right, now Alex, she got carried away. Okay, we have to stop. Press disable, hold it down, don't let go, okay? Now, Alex, you're gonna come down. We're gonna land you right here. Alex, you are back. Welcome. Big round of applause, everybody. Alex! Come on. I have to take this away from you. You guys need some counseling. I am gonna send this to our booth, okay? All right, they got it. This serious. Alex, keep your shoulders back. Shoulders back. I am so sorry. Right, stay right here, Alex. Whoa, you've landed, Alex. You're done. And remember, special effects are all about you believing everything you see is real.
Oh!